Hey there, it is June 22nd, 2022. It is Wednesday, and apparently we had a thunderstorm last night here in LA that did not wake me up. My cat's name is Thunder, and she woke me up, so it's almost the same thing. But anyway, that is our one storm of the summer, I suppose, out of the way. Uh, I mentioned yesterday that I was thinking about starting a video blog for $5 and up patrons and had a question about how you become a $5 or up patron, especially if you do not live in the United States and have to do currency conversion. So here is the answer. There are two tiers of membership in my Patreon. There's the basic level, which is called Shorts and Streaks, which lets you join for as little as $1 a month, but you can choose your own donation amount. And then there's tier 2, which is the Explorer tier, and that is $5 a month US. And so if you choose that one, that is the $5 a month level, and that will get you access to that additional bonus content, along with all of the bonus content that everyone else gets. So that's the answer to that question, which I should have known and made clear yesterday. But that's all there. You can check it out. I actually put an introductory post up yesterday that maybe a few months late, but it kind of goes over all of that. So you can check that out on my Patreon at patreon.com/GeoJesser. Other than that, I don't have much to tell you. I will save my ranting for my vlogs, and if you enjoy those, then you know where to find them. There isn't one yet, but hopefully there will be soon when I figure out what I want to talk about. I will say that they will likely range in mood from very serious topics to silly, lighthearted things, whatever's on my mind, maybe a funny story or, gun control. So runs the gamut, but I want to keep it out of my, people come here to watch me play word games. I'm going to play word games. My channel is growing fast. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, to my original adopters, to everyone in between. I so appreciate your support. Please keep liking, commenting, subscribe if you haven't. We are going to celebrate with a long stream on hopefully Sunday. I am almost finished with my schoolwork for this class. I intend to finish it up today and tomorrow so that I am completely free this weekend. But because so many other content creators also stream throughout the week and on the weekends, I don't want to overlap with them. So I think what I'll do, and I'm going to put this on the Discord as well, is plan to stream at 11 a.m. on Sunday like I did last week. That's 11 a.m. Pacific, that's 2 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. UTC, I think. So that should be accessible to most people. And we'll just, we'll do all of the custom Wordle submissions that I got, and then we'll play some probably GeoGuessr Country Streak when I'm done. So we kind of do everything. My usual Sunday stuff plus the celebration. And then we'll save up all the rest of the celebrating for when I hit 1,000. I should be done with school by then, and I will have a little bit of more free time until I start, a real job. That's all I've got. So let's play some word games. Wednesdays are Quordle, Squardle, and Wordle Peaks, and I'm going to start with Squardle today. Let's do it. So here is today's Squardle. And in Squardle, if you're not familiar with it, I have explained it in previous games, but the easiest way to learn it is probably just to watch. And I will sort of explain what I'm doing as I go along. But basically, we're filling in this grid with 6 intersecting words, almost like a crossword puzzle. And it's the same rules as Wordle. It tells you if the letter is in the word, if the letter is not in the word, and if you put the letter in the right place. So let's do that thing. I'm going to start with, I did not get any suggested starting words, but that's okay. I don't always have to get suggestions. I did get people's suggestions, hey, try my 3-word start or whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. If you're listening and you want to suggest words, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something interesting. I'm looking for something thematic. I'm looking for something that tells a story. Let's get creative here, put on our thinking caps. For example, yesterday was the solstice, summer in the northern hemisphere, winter in the southern hemisphere. And so I did earth, light, and short because it's the most light during the summer solstice and the shortest day for the winter solstice. So 3 related 5-letter words like that. We have had some very interesting ones. We had celebrating the Golden State Warriors NBA championship win. We had one about the Cannes Film Festival. So if there's a the holiday, a celebration, maybe, I mean, I think Friday was National Sushi Day, and if I'd remembered that, well, sushi's a 5-letter word, isn't it? So things like that, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want your, hey, these are the 3 words I start with. I've got those. I've got 2 sets of starting words that I use when I'm speed solving, but that's not what I'm doing here. This is supposed to be interesting, entertaining, and maybe we can learn something. So, if you have a specialty, I want to hear about it. I love hearing people tell me about the things they're good at. So if you are a mathematician, give me math words. If you are a chemist, give me chemistry words. If you are a zookeeper, give me animal words. One of my friends is a zookeeper at the San Diego Zoo, actually. It's pretty cool. Anyway, she plays with cheetahs. Who wouldn't want to play with cheetahs? Anyway, let's play. June 22nd. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. Let's do humps. And camel. There's that Geico commercial with the camel. Have you seen that? That's very funny. Oh, that was actually a pretty good one. All right. So, the way this works, I'll explain it now that I have some words on the board. Green means, yes, that letter goes there. Yellow with the horizontal arrows means this letter appears in the word that it can see going left and right, but not in the spot where you put it. A red letter with arrows pointing up and down means this letter appears in the word it can see somewhere vertically, but not in the spot where you put it. And white means the letter's in the puzzle, but not in any of the directions it can see from where it is. So we can see actually there's an A here, but there's not an A in this word or in one of these 3 spots. And then there's also black. I can probably reveal that. That just says that letter does not appear anywhere in the puzzle. And it's also black on the keyboard, so you don't have to go looking for it. That's all it is. There are also orange ones that have arrows pointing both directions. That means that letter appears in both directions, but not in the spot where you put it. And you have to solve in order. You have to solve the top left, or type in words for the top left, then the middle, then the outsides. You can't just put letters wherever you want. And that's how that works. So, there's an L pointing horizontal here and an L pointing vertical here, and that suggests to me that they might both have an L and it intersects at the corner. So I'm going to try a word that ends in L. I don't know much else, so I think I'm just going to see about some more letters in addition to that. So how about something like rival? All right, there's those orange letters. So the L is not here, but it does appear in both words it can see. And here, the R appears in both words that it can see. So I'm actually, now I know that this word doesn't start with R because this R is white. If this word started with R, so would this one, and there would be a red R with arrows here. And I know this word doesn't start with S for the same reason, because of the S over here. So I need some other letter entirely. I'm willing to bet this word does not start with U because I don't think there are any words in the English language that start with W. Double U as opposed to W. Anyway. So how about something like 40? I don't know why, but that seems like fun. Let's see if there's any reason that's not possible. I think that's fine. Okay. That was not right. However, I did place this T, and I learned that there's a Y in each of these words, which makes me highly suspicious that they both end in Y, since they didn't both end in L. So this word, all I know is there's an R in this word going across. In fact, I know where the R goes. Look, it can't be here because of the yellow one. It can't be here because if it did, this R would point to it. So it must go in the only available spot, which is there. That's useful to know. So I bet I can, let's see. I wonder if this is where the S goes. In fact, it has to. Same thing. This S can't be here because it points up. And it can't be here because this S doesn't point to it. So this word starts with S. So the F is white, so I'm going to try safer. And it's right. Nice. All right. This word, let's see. They each have an L, and I'm guessing they end in Y, so I bet they both end in LY. So, let's see. What is this word? UST something. Gusto? Ooh, gusto is good. So that would put an O here. And there is an O in the puzzle. Oddly? I like that. Yes. Nice. Okay. I mean, there's not a lot of words that have UST in the middle that don't end in Y, so. Alright, so I know this starts with G. And then, very likely R is next. U? It's not grunt. There is a U in this word. And I know it starts with G, so. I like U here because this could be unfed. Alright. So if this is a U, what else could this be? It's got to be an R, right? G-R-U... Grump? Grump. That doesn't work because this word still needs an L and an O. That's not going to work. Oh, this does not have an L here. Gruel? Oh, gruel. Yes. Yes. Nice. Okay. And then unfed. And then, what is this word? Lori. 6 left. Oh, I'm pretty pleased with that. I don't usually do that well. I'm very pleased with that. I don't feel like I made any like silly mistakes or anything. I feel like that was really, really smooth. All right, let's move on to Quordle, and we will start Quordle with 3 of these words. How about safer, gruel? Yeah, how about gruel, safer, oddly? Just do the horizontal ones. Gruel, safer, oddly. Interesting spread. Okay. So, D-R-O something? Drown? Is it worth doing that, or should I try to get more letters? I mean, that does give me 2 more letters, but it's certainly not guaranteed, and I feel like if it's wrong, it's kind of a waste. I think I'll do... Yeah. Oh, that was a good choice. It's not drown. Crowd. Crowd. Crowd? Yes. Okay. Chase. It's over here. Must be... Oh, thrum. And, wow, this is going really well. Couch? No, there's no U. What? There's only an O. Conk? Win 50 daily games. Look at that. Nice. I feel like that was about as perfect a solve as I could have asked for, starting with 3 random words like that. Chimp was a really smart test, because if I had done drown, I would have learned very little except that it isn't drown. I would have placed the R-O-W, but it wouldn't have really helped me with the other words. Getting that CH was super important. I'm really pleased with that. All right, let's finish her up with Wordle Peaks. Wordle Peaks, we are guessing a 5-letter word, but we are given clues about the letter's relative location in the alphabet, as opposed to whether the letter is in the word and where. So let's start with thrum. Good choice. Okay, so it starts with T. The second letter is higher than H in the alphabet. So it's either a vowel or an R. Let's try R. This letter is lower in the alphabet than R and pretty much has to be a vowel. Let's try I. This one is lower than U. But tries. Nice. Okay, so we have the TR and S, and we just have to fill in this part. TRE Tress? Yes! That was a great solve. I'm on fire today. This is great. I'm doing really well. Didn't do quite as well with my other dailies, but I did solve them. No fails today. No fails today. We don't do fails around here. And if we do, we pretend we didn't. No, that's not true. I'm honest. If I fail, you see me fail. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll remind you about Patreon, and thank you so much to all my patrons, especially my Explorer level patron, Shannon. Thank you so much for your support. Keep an eye out for that live stream announcement and for new Patreon content if you're a patron or if you would like to be one. Leave a comment, let me know how you did. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and I will see you tomorrow for more word games. Bye for now.